You sit down for a deep work block and your attention shatters in 30 seconds. One notification, one quick tab, and 20 minutes vanish with nothing to show. You call it a discipline problem, but it's a setup that lets every ping walk in. If your focus shatters every time a notification pops up, these 7 rules fix it permanently. By the end, you'll know how to lock attention for any work block. Most people aren't lazy, they're overloaded. Your day is packed with inputs your brain never agreed to carry. Notifications, open loops, and cluttered screens drain the energy you needed for deep work and time management. Monk mode is a short, focused season where you remove noise so your attention can breathe again. And here's the turning point. Focus doesn't come from trying harder. It comes from building a gate, then closing it the same way every time. Run these rules for a week, and you'll feel the difference in your first block. Rule 1. Close the day before you start the day. The fastest way to get distracted is starting with a mind full of loose ends. You sit down, and your brain jumps to messages you owe and tasks you forgot. So you just check one thing to calm that itch. That check becomes 3 more checks, and the block is over. Before each monk mode block, take 3 minutes and write your top 3 outcomes on paper, not on a screen. Then write the first tiny action, like open the doc and write 1 ugly sentence. Distraction isn't a flaw. It's an open loop asking for attention. Close the loop, and your focus has somewhere to land. Now we make distraction harder than focus. Rule 2. Make distraction physically harder than focus. Right now, escape is 1 tap, and deep work is 5 steps away. That design guarantees drift when your energy dips. So raise the friction until distraction feels annoying. Move distracting apps off your home screen, log out of problem sites, and remove saved passwords. Turn off non-human notifications for the entire monk mode season. Put messaging on a schedule, not on a leash. Then put your phone behind you, in a drawer, or in another room. Don't rely on willpower to fight what your environment keeps offering. You don't need more discipline. You need higher walls. Once the easy exits disappear, your brain stops checking them every 2 minutes. Next, we lock the first minute of the block. Rule 3. The focus gate ritual. The first 60 seconds decides whether you go deep or leak out. Run the focus gate ritual before every work block. No exceptions. Step 1. Clear your desk until only 1 tool remains. Step 2. Open 1 work window, full screen, and close everything else. Step 3. Set a visible timer and say 1 sentence out loud, what you will complete. This isn't motivation. It's a trigger your brain learns to respect. After a few days, your mind hears that timer and stops negotiating. You sit down, and your hands move straight to the work. Distraction is an invitation. You decide if it gets in. Next, you stop multitasking at the source. Rule 4. The single window rule. Most people try to focus with 10 tabs, 3 chats, and 2 inboxes open, then blame themselves. The single window rule means 1 window, 1 document, 1 task until the timer ends. If you truly need another file, open it, use it, close it, and return immediately. If you need a thought later, write it on paper, not in a new tab. Be honest. Research is usually a socially acceptable escape hatch. This rule feels strict because your attention is fragile at the beginning. Give it 1 lane and it finally accelerates. And once you feel that speed, you'll stop wanting to slow it down. Which rule just exposed your biggest leak? Type focus locked plus the app you're deleting right now. Not tomorrow, not after this video, right now. Rule 5. Install a distraction kill switch. Urges will show up mid-block. The goal isn't never feeling them, it's recovering fast when they hit. Your distraction kill switch is a pre-planned move you execute the second you catch yourself drifting. Stand up, walk 10 steps, take 3 slow breaths, and write the distraction on a later list. Then sit back down, and return to the exact line you left. Recovery beats streaks. Get back in fast. This is how never get distracted works in real life. The interruption doesn't get to steer the next action. If you lost 5 minutes, you still finish the block. Fast recovery is the real skill. Here's what it looks like. Your hand moves toward the phone. You catch it mid-reach. You stand, breathe, write check email on the later list, and sit back down. 10 seconds later, you're back on the same sentence. That's control. You held the gate. You stayed in. Now you protect one block so the rules actually stick. Rule 6. Protect one non-negotiable focus block per day. Scrolling will happily eat every spare minute you leave unclaimed. So choose one block that is sacred in your monk mode season. Pick a realistic length, 60 or 90 minutes, and lock it into your calendar like a meeting. Same start time, same place, same rules. One block defended daily beats 1,000 plans. Tell the people around you that this block is offline unless it's truly urgent. Then defend it like it pays your rent, because eventually it will. When you protect even one daily block, the rest of your day organizes around real work instead of noise. Last rule. 7. Close the loop so your brain trusts tomorrow. Distraction explodes when your day ends in a pile of half-finished tasks and open tabs. Your brain keeps scanning for what you forgot, and it never fully rests. At the end of your block, take 5 minutes and write 3 things. What you finished, where you stopped, and the next step you'll do tomorrow. Move unfinished items to one list and choose the next time block they belong in. Close the loop tonight, or your brain will reopen it tomorrow. Perfect streaks look good online. Fast recovery and clean closures are what actually change your life. Here's the truth. Your discipline isn't broken. Your environment is. When you remove noise, raise friction, and start the same way every time, focus stops being a lottery. Your brain stops hunting for exits and starts settling into the work. And never get distracted becomes simple. Distractions still appear, but they don't win the vote. You become the kind of person who finishes blocks. Here's your day 1 blueprint. Before your next block, write your top 3 outcomes and your first tiny action. Remove the phone from reach and close every extra window. Start with one clean work screen and one clear target for the timer. When you drift, stand up, breathe, write it down, and return to the exact line. If you lose 5 minutes, you don't scrap the day. You recover, you resume, and you finish the block anyway. Do that for 10 days and your mind stops flinching at every ping. Do it for 30 days and focused work feels normal again. That's monk mode. Less noise, fewer negotiations, more completed work. Comment locked plus the exact daily focus block you're committing to for the next 30 days. Example, locked, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. Then watch monk mode study system. Never cram again, next, and stay in the lane. Train your mind and your life will follow.